Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome again to another episode of Learning Virtual Assistant with Trainix. And today we're going to be doing something very, very essential, and it's going to help us in looking for jobs, in applying for jobs, and even in, appearing in front of people that need virtual assistants. Okay, and we're going to be using the most popular and most powerful tool called LinkedIn. And let me tell you something, you won't believe me, but personally, I don't even use LinkedIn. I know, right? Very, very weird. All the clients I've ever had, it's always from referrals or most times even Instagram. Like I said, I work in the creative department, creative industry, and most of the creative people are not usually on LinkedIn. That's why it's important for you to know where your audience are. People on LinkedIn are usually corporate people like the CEOs, the head of an industry, or those type of people basically. So, first off, let's try setting up an account. This is going to be my first time setting up an account, and I'm going to show you the hacks and tricks that we can use when setting up a LinkedIn account. Okay, so if I make mistakes, if people just learn from it and try to avoid those mistakes that I make. Okay, so let's go to LinkedIn. Let's tap on the first link, and then this is sign in. So that's for people that have an account. Okay. So we're going to come over here to new to LinkedIn and then join now. Um, okay. I'm going to click on continue with Google. All right. Clicked on it. Let's see what pops up. Okay. Selecting my email, confirm, agree and join. I always, Russia, it's fine. Imagine a robot telling you to confirm you're a robot. So weird. Okay, location. Ah, I'm not in Oyo State, so I'm going to correct this. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, Lagos Island. Yes. Continue. So, job title. This is the part where you're going to put in the things that you're basically looking out for. And this class is for people who want to become virtual assistants. So we're going to put virtual assistant. Oh wow, they even have it there. If you have a company or an employer, you should definitely put it. For me, I'm just going to put Trainix for now. All right, cause that's my corner. Are you looking for a job? Yes, I'm actively looking for a job. I'm doing what you guys are going to do. Okay, so and then we'll click on that. Job title. Add your job preference. Takes 2 minutes. Okay. Here you could just put in what you're looking for. Let's say admin job, social media manager, data entry, this and that. Any job you're looking for. I've told you about the niche. If you haven't checked out the niche, go back to day two and check it out. Okay. And if you want to, rather, if you are open to working remotely, you have this box here that you can click. So you just click on this box to inform them that you're ready to work remotely. But for me, I'm just going to skip this because we're trying to minimize time. So over here, you can add in your picture to help people find you better. I would advise you to put a professional picture, okay? A professional headshot, not all the Snapchat filtered type of pictures. Okay, get a professional headshot and put it over here. For now, we're just going to skip that, alright? There's something I need to show you guys. Okay, so over here, this is where you find people that are in the similar industry as you are. Okay, I would advise you to connect with them. Okay, so you connect with at least 5 people. Connect, connect with at least five for the like. You're just starting out. Okay, just to boost your credibility a little bit. Connect with at least 5, and know something. LinkedIn would never recommend like low budget people. So all these people are big people in the industries. So now that we have that, let's continue. We've connected with some of them. get the app. Nah, I don't want the app. I'm just going to use the website. So we'll tap on finish, and I think that is all. So voila, we instantly have our LinkedIn page. So now let's go to our profile and see what it's given. Let's tap on it. So this is our profile. You can see it's looking very, very empty, very, very empty. So what we're going to need to do is edit it a little bit. Okay. So like I said, over here you put your picture, your professional picture. This is going to be your profile photo. But outside of this area, you see this picture at the back. This picture at the back is where you showcase what exactly you do. You can put your email, put your phone number, and even your name. Now, the easiest way to get, you can see how it looks. It looks very, very weird. Who takes pictures like this? So, what I would advise you to do is go over to Canva. Let's go to Canva. Search for LinkedIn. Sorry. See, I don't even know how to spell their name. I don't use LinkedIn. Okay, so when you scroll for, I'm sorry, search for that, you see all of this. You see this. This is the rectangular stuff. See this one. You see this one. See this one. See this one. Pick the one that you are most, how do I put it? You are most drawn to, or you are most attracted to. The one that you like, and then edit it. Pick the one that has a name, email address, what you do. Some might even have your address. Okay, so just pick something simple, something out there, something that signals that you are active and ready to work. Okay, look at this one now. It even includes the picture of the person again. So we can just pick this one, edit our name, put the job description of what we do, our phone number, and even our maybe portfolio link over here. Okay, but for me, I've already designed one. I didn't even scroll that far to check. I've already designed one, so I'm just going to put one over here so you see how it is. So you see this picture thing over this camera stuff over here. We'll tap on it. Add cover image. We'll tap on that. So you have the option to pick from what they have already, but don't do that. That's just, it's not going to make you stand out. Okay. And what we are trying to do is make ourselves stand out. So you come over here. Let's go over to pictures and then scroll down, and you have this. This is the one I designed from Canva. Okay. Hold on. Give it a minute. Yeah, there we have it, and we're just going to apply it straight to our LinkedIn. And you see, doesn't that look nice? Actually, it looks very nice. Try. Should I open LinkedIn account? Should I open LinkedIn account? But it looks very nice though. So let's carry on. So now this is everything that you're going to have to edit. Now you have to edit, check your name, um hold on, your experience. You can come over here, tap on this plus sign, add on that experience. Just keep adding experience. If you have up to 10 experiences, you can add all 10 of them. This is the place where you can put as many as possible. Okay, your skills. Remember, we've taught you your soft skills and your technical skills. Your soft one, you have your communication, your confidentiality, your listening, all those type of things. If you've practiced them, put them in your soft skills. Your technical skills, I expect most of you to have practiced it. So when you've practiced it and you are sure that you can do it, put it here as your technical skill. All right. So now, this is when you're done with that, it's still not up to the standard yet, basically. Okay. So what we are going to do now is come over here to this edit button, and you see this. What we need to do is edit a whole lot of things. Okay, we're going to edit the headline, we're going to edit our about section, and we're going to edit so many more. All right, but for now, let me show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using ChatGPT. You know, I've told you this so many times. In today's day and age, you don't need to rack your brain that much. All right. So before we write or put anything into LinkedIn, you need to understand something, that you are a brand. That's one thing I need everybody to understand. You are a brand, and you need to make every conscious decision with that in mind. All right. So the main reason why you are going to be using AI, or the main reason why you are going to be doing this thing, is to make yourself stand out. Because in LinkedIn, I'm not going to lie, there's more than 1,000 people looking for jobs and less than 100 people looking for people to employ. So it's overcrowded, it's overstimulating, it's just too many people looking for the same job basically. So do you make sure that you are going to get the job? It's by standing out, by making yourself unique and positioning yourself well. Okay. So now what we're going to be doing first off is to come over to ChatGPT. Hold on. Come over here, search for ChatGPT. So this is our ChatGPT layout, alright. So over here, this particular step, what we're going to be doing is try to identify three things. One, our tone. Two, our positioning. And three, our content pillar. So someone once told me that LinkedIn is like the professional social media where they can post things but make it professional. So I've made prompts that would make this very, very easy. And this entire thing that we're going to be looking for is going to guide our every action of LinkedIn. All right. So now let me show you the first prompt. Sorry, what am I opening? Uh, sorry, let me show you the first prompt. Okay. So this is the first prompt that we're going to be using. This is it over here. So we're just going to copy it and go to ChatGPT and I'll explain it to you. No, let me rather explain it here. So we're going to tell ChatGPT, you are a branding expert here. Ask me 5 questions. Make them easy to answer, but they would help me in identifying my tone, my positioning for LinkedIn based on my goals, and my content pillar. The goal of my LinkedIn profile is to dash 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 dash. I will use this response to build a cohesive, standout LinkedIn profile. So now we'll copy this. Hold on, give me a minute. We'll copy this. Don't worry, I'm going to share this with you, okay? You're the premium people. You don't need to be stressing yourself out. We're going to send this to you. And then come over here to ChatGPT and paste it. Now, you don't just send it like that. You see this thing here, insert goal. You need to actually sit down and think, what exactly is the goal of me opening this LinkedIn account? Is it to find a job? But this is the thing, you need to be very, very specific. To find a job in what exactly? To find a job as what? So now let's identify our goal. Your goal can differ, it could depend on what exactly you want. But let's just say for this one, I want to be a virtual, sorry, I have a pen and a note here, so I'm writing it down. A virtual assistant in um in the catering industry. Okay, so over here we'll come here and insert our goal is to so the goal of my LinkedIn profile is to become a virtual assistant in a catering company. Let's put company instead of industry. Okay. And then we're going to send it and let's see what it's going to give us. Sorry, let's stay logged out. All right. So these are the questions that's giving us. You just now note the question is going to be different from what, rather, it might be different, it might not be, but answer them truthfully. Okay. Answer them to your best of ability. You don't have to be perfect to answer these things. Just answer them to the best of your ability or the best knowledge that you have. Okay. So the first question I have here is when you imagine a catering company reading your profile, how do you want them to feel about you? Um I'm going to pick calm under pressure. Okay, and then the second one we're going to be doing is ideal catering environment, high-end luxury events, corporate office. And for this, I'm going to pick high volume volume, fast paced catering. And number three, my strongest value, we're going to be picking scheduling and calendar management. Scheduling and calendar management. Number four, problems I want to solve. Most catering owners are overwhelmed by um, bookings, and I help by simplifying the booking system. Okay. And then the last one, visibility comfort level. How do you want to show up on LinkedIn? Personal and relatable. I think I would rather pick that, personal and relatable. Okay. All right. So after that, we're going to tell ChatGPT our answer. The first one I picked is calm under pressure, right? So we'll come over here, copy it. You can either copy it or type one by one. I don't see the need to type one by one. I'm just going to copy and paste. And then the next one we picked is high volume slash fast paced catering enterprises. Okay. So we're just going to highlight that and hold on, give me a minute. Where is it? Okay. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't really see. Copy, put comma, give it some space, paste it, and then after that, what's the next one? The next one I picked is scheduling calendar. So let's stick with this. Sorry, hold on. Scheduling calendar, copy, come over here, paste it, and then the next one um is, where is it again? Booking and simplifying. Sorry, hold on, give me a minute. Booking and simplifying. Booking with slash simplifying the booking system, comma, and then the last one is personal and relatable. Okay, so after this, you put semicolon and tell it these are my answers. Now generate the necessary response and enter. Okay, so now this is what it's going to give you. It's going to tell you how exactly you need to come across on LinkedIn, which is your brand tone. And your brand tone is going to be calm under pressure. You need to be organized, reassuring. You need to be humanized, and you need to be practical. Okay. What this means is that you need to sound steady. Sorry, hold on. You need to sound steady, not salesy. Just read through. Your LinkedIn positioning: a virtual assistant who specializes in scheduling, booking, and calendar management for fast paced, high volume catering businesses. You see all of this. We're going to come back to this very soon. And then just go through them. You'd see different options on what your LinkedIn is meant to be focused on. Okay, now your content pillar. Whenever you're creating content that you want to post on LinkedIn, this is what should guide your content. You're not going to be making content for email management. You're not going to be making content for data entry. These are the type of content you're going to be making. For example, booking and scheduling simplicity. This one would help you show expertise in terms of how to, avoid double booking, ways to simplify a catering booking process, all of that. So they've given you enough pillars to work with, all right? So this is going to inform our next step. So after this, basically with this now, what we've gotten is that we know how to sound on TikTok. We know our positioning, and that's basically what makes us different and valuable in that industry. And our content pillar is what is going to help us in producing so many content in a way that we would be, what's the term now? We would be effectively and consistently seen out there. All right. So now with this, we know what we're going to be doing next. So what we're going to be doing next is fixing our headline. But there's something you need to know before you start fixing your headline. There are two things you need to know, two non-negotiable things actually. The first thing is that your headline needs to be keyword optimized. And what does this mean? It means your headline needs to have as many keywords that is relatable to what you are looking for. Okay, if you want to be found for a certain role, your headline needs to have the right keyword for that role. And the second thing is that your headline should not be generic. You should not say something like, "Oh, I'm a VA looking for job. I'm I'm a VA that work on this and that, and that." Those type of things are generic headlines, and that's not what we want. We want things that would align with our positioning while still upholding our content pillars. Okay. So now we also have a prompt for that. Let's go back to our prompt. We have a prompt for that. This is our prompt over here. So we're just going to copy our prompt. Oh, sorry. Copy our prompt and come over here and paste it. So now let's read. It says you are a LinkedIn and branding expert. Based on my tone, positioning, statement, and content pillars, help me craft a keyword optimized LinkedIn headline that helps me achieve my goal of putting your goal here. What's our goal? Our goal is to my goal of becoming a virtual assistant in the catering company. Okay, so now that we have that, it's also important to know that during this whole thing that we've done with ChatGPT doesn't know a single information about you. Doesn't know your name, doesn't know what you want. Okay, I might know what you want because you've already itemized your goal, but it doesn't know any other thing about you. So how exactly is it going to help you put out keyword optimized headline? So now this is the part where you'd have to come in and put in your resume or CV. Okay. So what I would advise you is just copy your experience. Don't copy your personal information like your address and those type of things. Copy just your um what's it called now? Your work experience. Okay. So put it in there somewhere. Now, these parts, your target industries, are basically where you want to work. Okay. And for me, it is the catering industry. So I'm just going to put catering industry. So now that we have that settled out, um, I'm going to remove this part because I'm not going to put in my resume or my CV, but I'm going to advise you to put in your CV just the experience part so that it would help you generate something real. But this is just for training. So I'm not going to put in my CV. And then you send it to it. And it's going to give you keyword optimized headlines. All right. So these are the particular keywords that he needs to involve in my headline. And let's see how well he's going to manipulate it to sound. Virtual assistant for catering companies, scheduling, booking, and calendar management, calm support for high volume catering. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you guys see that? Can you see how good he just mixed? Oh, sorry, what am I saying? Can you see how good it's just mixed everything together? I think it even covered everything over here. Let's go down. We have other option. Catering virtual assistant, simplifying booking and scheduling for fast-paced, high-volume catering businesses. You see, you have so many options over here. All right, but it even tells you what those ones are about. This one is just simply on the search engine optimizer. If you want to be how do I put it? If you want to be found well, this is the one you should use. If you want to drive traffic to your page, this is the one you should use. If you just want to sound calm under pressure, this is the one you would use. If you want to focus on your client experience, or you want them to feel like, oh, this person is going to prioritize my business, this is the one you should use. All this type of thing. If you want to still come across as relatable and professional, remember this is your positioning. If you want to sound that way, this is what you would use. But for now, what we need is the SEOs, which is the search engine optimizer. So we would copy that, and then we'll go back to LinkedIn and we'll put it in our headline. Come down. So this is our headline over here. This is the only thing we have. So we're going to change that, Control A and then Control V. And boom, we have that. Okay. So what else do we need to change? And then we save. Is this necessary? And LinkedIn. Is this necessary? Industry. Let's just put education because I put trainings. Okay. So, and then we'll save that. No, not for now, please. I'm going to be taking this account down because this is just for teaching purposes. So, hold on. Let's add profile section. So when you tap on add profile section, you see this your about part. Okay. Now about is going to give them more information about who you are, what you do, this and that, all those, the necessary information about you. And that's something that is actually quite important. I'm not even going to lie. So what we are going to do now is that we're going to add an about, but at the same time, we're still leveraging ChatGPT. So we are going to go back to ChatGPT. And before we do that, let me just talk about the about sector. So basically, a strong about section is just basically meant to do three things. It's meant to support your goal, which is becoming the virtual assistant for your catering company. It's meant to have a lot of keywords, and it's meant to be storytelling. It's meant to tell a story. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is come back to our prompt. See the way I'm feeding you people with plenty prompts. You better save it though. So we'll come back to our prompt, and then we're just going to highlight it, copy, come back to our ChatGPT and paste it, and then press enter. Okay. So with that, this is what we have over here for our about section. But this is too long. It is too long. It's too long. So we're going to tell you to shorten it, okay? Okay. So now this is what you have. It's still going to maintain your whole goal, your positioning and everything, but it's just going to shorten it because I don't think anybody has that much time to be reading that long about. So now that we have this, we're just going to copy it, copy, come back to our LinkedIn, add it into our about. But there's even a word limit set, and then we'll save that. Okay, the about section has been updated. So there you have it. Basically, all of this has been done. Now, remember I told you, put in your information, put in your experience, put in your skills. See our about section here. Your education, you can put that into your skills. Remember soft skills and your hard skill. Technical skills, as they say, but it's called hard skill. Your hard skill is your email management, your CRM tools, your data entry, your project management, and the other ones. Okay, so that's basically it. But I have a tip over there for the prompt area. Let's go back and check it. So over here, I've told you, you need to make your, how do I put it, we can't let ChatGPT run us or we can't let AI run us. Okay, so we need to make it sound more human. We need to give it authority on what to do. And something that usually makes people notice that, oh, this person definitely used AI is this thing down here. Let me highlight it so you can see it's this thing down here. It's called the M dash. Okay, it just gives a way that you used ChatGPT. So what we are going to do now is For each prompt that we've done, always tell it to remove the em dash and replace it with comma or ellipses. Okay, so this basically makes it more conversational and it makes it sound more human. Okay, so basically, with that, we've come to the very end of this episode of Learning Virtual Assistant with Trainix, and I hope you've learned a lot. I really do hope you've learned a lot. Okay, and please, again, do not forget to like, do not forget to comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.